Let's see. The actors should be heading. Can you hear me? Hello, George. Yeah, yeah. I can hear you now. Okay. Okay, so let's see how many we got waiting. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, we got 5 watching. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay. So 5 watching, cool. Hopefully some other people can come in. Be sure to hit the like button, share it out. I have no idea what I'm going to sell off if we actually hit 10. So how are you, George? See the sell the flag. I can buy one of those for you for $4. Did I say $4? I mean $10. That is good. You want to come in and try and sell anything, George? Not that there's many people here. I'm not even sure whether I got your Twitter. I probably got your Twitter. Do you have guests on? Normally, yeah. Tank's not here. Misfit Corner Comics hopefully will be here. Illustration Studios will be on shortly. Or so, usually on. Okay, so got the link. I should put you in to come on a regular basis here. I won't see it in here, but I'm going to add you to the Sunday Night Auction group. Okay, I've added you in the group, but you won't. I don't think you'll be able to see the invite. So I'll just send you a individual invite. There you go. Sent it is. We got 7 watching. Cool, cool, cool. It's always good to get another fellow Canadian in here, especially one so close. Oh, 9 watching, cool. Yes, and remember to hit that like button, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and of course, share. Hit the notification bell. Let people know we are here. Another Canadian sub.
Greetings.
Hey, George, how are you? I should put my headphones on now.
How is the wonderful Canadian comics going?
Good. Could be better, but hey, who am I to complain?
True. Is the weather treating you fine? Here in Toronto, the weather is just below chill.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's below zero, but it's been rainy all day, so it's been a blah day. What a way to spend Mother's Day. Well,
Yeah.
not that I'm a mother, but
Uh, did
although
you
my
make?
mom's working right now, so.
Oh yeah. So what interesting stuff do you have up for auction?
Right now I think I'm just gonna put up what I've got close at hand. Yeah. Let's see, switch cameras here. Yeah. Put up this mirror I did earlier this week. I'll just just gonna Mira, Aquaman's
Yeah, yeah.
wife. I'm just gonna take off that stuff. I just haven't got that little bit off yet. Oh, we got Eagle 43. The Canadians are multiplying. It appears Canadian xenomorphs are hard at work. So you got anything that you're an artist, right? Or are you a writer?
Yeah, both writer and artist.
Ah, you got anything that you want to try and auction off?
Well, I just started getting into drawing on paper again after a long stint,
Okay.
and I put up on Twitter and was it Reddit some samples. Let me turn my camera over, and I'll show you a live version of it. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Let me see where I'm going here. Okay. Uh, okay, my camera's not set up, so I'm gonna find the scans.
Yeah. Evan says, I write about artists.
First, here we go. I found it. Okay, I'm gonna screen share right now.
Uh-huh.
And where's the fancy button? There you go.
Oh, is your project done or is it still in demand or
It's in
oh
demand.
nice back girl.
I'm in process of doing the original art.
Yeah.
And actually, give me a sec while I'll load in the single slides instead of. Yeah,
How much is things going for on your Indiegogo? You're on Indiegogo, right?
yeah, Indiegogo. Joe King is the project, and it's $40, free shipping worldwide for a
Oh,
96
well,
96 page full color graphic novel.
and that's 40 US, I take it.
That's right.
What if we just come and pick it up ourselves?
Well, then you're just gonna have to get through the dragon, the moats.
I only say that because like I'm like an hour away by bus.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. You're just down the street, around the corner, just past the igloo.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a close-up of Batgirl right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Okay. Next one is a close-up of Supergirl.
So these are all on 9x12.
And yeah,
Sheets.
9 by 11.5, acid-free, highly textured paper, just pen. No blue pencil, no pencil, just straight pen.
Ooh, cool.
I'm getting in the swing of things because I'm going to be drawing about 100 original illustrations for the backers.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
And that's the overview there. Let me see about getting my camera working. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can get the camera.
Well,
Let's see, where's it?
go up.
Stop screen share. And then go to camera. Okay, I think I get it now. That's why it wasn't working, because I had a little thing over it. Okay, let me turn on the lights. There we go. Fancy lights.
Oh, looks like,
There we go.
is that tiger or cheetah?
Yeah, Terracat. It's my character. So what you see?
Oh.
Okay, let me.
Okay, cool.
Okay, there we go. Let's pull this out. Okay, what you're seeing is the art sheet. Give me a second. Where's here we go. I designed my own artboards for the project. So here, this is a blank artboard. This is, this is a 165-pound acid-free artboard that the pros use to do their pages. But this is 8.5 by 11, as you can see. So this is blank. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing in pen and ink about 100 illustrations. Let's zoom in here.
Oh, that's just lovely.
This is the first one I did as a test run. I did black ink and a blue pen to give it a different look.
Yeah. I like.
Yeah, so this is very expensive, very expensive. 100 of these sheets is as thick as 250 standard laser paper sheets.
Ooh. Evan says, Canadian and a Mac user. PFT. I'm not sure what he means by PFT.
PFT is like, is that like, you know?
Oh yeah, it might be. I can't believe this. He's Canadian and a Mac user. Double things against them.
Okay, I'm going to be using hand gestures. What are you saying? What? Hey.
Let's see.
Oh, by the way, this symbol here, this symbol right here.
Okay.
This symbol is racist. A guy got kicked out for life at a baseball or I think a football stadium or a baseball stadium for life for doing the OK symbol.
That's just crazy. They've been doing that for years at baseball games or football games, and
chefs,
suddenly somebody does it. And then...
That's right. Chefs do this OK symbol to say that the meal is going to be terrific, that the sauce is perfect. You know, you're under the water, and your buddy is wondering if your air tank is okay. You do the OK symbol to tell him you're okay. You're not going to pull your mask off and say, whoa, 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 whoa.
Scott Schumer is in the chat, and he says it means you are an a-hole. At least the new version does. Yeah, they always want to be changing up these things and what they mean. Nobody can keep up.
Let's start a new symbol. The tip of the finger. Tip of the finger. Make something up.
You are a right angle. You are 90 degrees. I have no idea what being 90 degrees would mean, but
to the right or to the left? Oh. So tell me about your tell me about your comic books. What's going on?
Well, at the moment, it looks like I'm going to have to end up remastering the Canadian Shield #1 myself. I don't think that's getting done by who I wanted it to.
Oh, and you can't name names.
I don't want to. I don't want to get into all the baloney.
But why?
But
why can't you create strife, conflict?
that would be anti-Canadian.
Yeah, that's right. We all have to, you know, just say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, pardon me," even if it's not our.
We're the peacemakers.
Not with Trudeau.
Scott's,
not with Trudeau in there. Trudeau, it's not my fault. I'm not a crook.
Scott says, now he is telling you, hey, dude, I know you're trying, but you're an a-hole. With the okay symbol. Yeah, you tell your buddy, yeah. He's an a-hole. Yeah, I'm drowning. I'm not okay. You're an a-hole.
Oh, and shameless plug. These are the 2 pens that I use to do that work. Actually, sorry. Oh, sorry. 3 pens. Let me pull out the 3rd one. Okay, there you go. 3 pens that I use to do the work.
One looks like a what are they?
A cheap Papermate, a brush nib pen from Japan. Apparently, they're a dime a dozen in Japan, but not in North America. And some nice, fine nib. So I use.
What brand name? It looks like a Copic, but.
Is it really? I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. Does it say Copic on it anywhere?
It's too shiny to even figure out what the words are on it. Every time I try to see the words, I'm getting blinded by the shininess. I'm sure there's something here. You know, it'd be silly of me if I didn't read the package, but you know, like every other guy on the planet, we don't read information. We just know how to get to places.
Let's see. Evan says if he puts it beneath his waist, he could punch us all. I'm not sure what that's something to do with the okay, I guess. Eagle 43 is doing the okay symbol. Scott says I dug out all my old college stuff. That's still good. Lots of Stadler pencils. I want some Copic, so I'll have to buy some. Yeah.
Oh, good gosh, Copics, eh? They're expensive. If you want to get the nice rainbow sets, it's going to cost you like $150 or $250.
Yeah. Let's see. Actually, a good place I've been getting mine is, and I think there's a couple locations in Toronto too. Is Curry's.
Yes. Yeah. Too bad Curry's doesn't deliver like Amazon.
Yeah. Well, I know I've just been getting the CISO one. The CO ones. Let me just see that.
Ooh, that looks fancy. Is that skin color?
Oh yeah, that's one of the skin color ones. But it's only the Copic CO, and these are only like 6 and change, 640, I think. But I'm still buying them slow. I've only got that so far.
Whoa! Well, that's a nice range of colors there you got there, champ. I even browns.
I went and got like all the major colors first, and then I decided to focus on one color at a time. And
Yeah,
as I think you can tell at the moment what color that is.
yeah, you're into the blues.
Yeah. So not that I'm blue. Let's see how many we got in here.
Oh, look at
Okay, so people. We got 10 likes. We got 8 watching. You know, got 7 watching. I am
um,
starting. I am starting this near at 25. If anybody's wanting to put a bid on it, normally we wait till 10 people are here, but although I don't think anybody's going to be bidding that we got here yet, but you never know.
25. So how long have you been doing these Sunday auctions?
About 2 months now, 2-3 months. I started them shortly after Mike started his. I think a week or two after.
Yes.
No,
Good, good old Mike.
I don't get as much as him in people, so. But it is what it is, so not much you can do, right?
Sure, sure. So tell me about your combo characters. What's
Oh,
your primary character called?
well, I have 7 primary characters. Well, the first one is the Canadian Shield. Um, so always good to have physical. Uh, I just printed myself up a few weeks ago some trading cards. So figure is that's my old guy that I'm going to bring out first, and hopefully a month later I'm bringing out my second character. A month later, my third, so on and so forth. So there's 7, but he is a Native American from approximately 200 years ago. He was born around the beginning of the 1800s. He got into his 20s and became a Christian, and God ends up transporting him to our present up in the middle of nowhere. That way, no culture shock. And takes a suit from the future that enhances strength, agility, all that sort of stuff, and transport the suit to where he is in our present. And an angel appears before him, tells him to put it on, and goes out. And so begins the adventures of the Canadian Shield.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a nice, rich history right there.
Yeah. Yeah, mine is mainly Christian comics, so I felt it was a niche. I'm a Christian, and I also felt it was a niche that that's not really explored. So I figured, what a way to corner a market.
Have you approached churches to distribute your book there?
Yes and no. I haven't approached any. I doubt that you could actually distribute it there to, sell. Yeah, should they probably be willing to take one for their bookstore? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or not their bookstore, their library. The church library. But there are Christian bookstores. That's probably where I go to try and sell it, as well as regular comic book stores, because I'm going to try and make sure, to the best of my ability, that the Christianity is there, but it's not overpowering. You know, I don't want it to be a knock you down. Like, I'm not sure how much you know about Christian movies, but back in like the 70s, they were very, very, very bad. And the fact that they'd knock you over with the message and stuff.
Well,
Just being,
Charlton Heston did a movie. So did
yeah, you're thinking,
I'm not talking about the Commandments. I'm talking about the one Hawaii, where the Christians went to Hawaii to take over the land, and there was conflict with the indigenous people, and it was on the cusp
yeah,
of Hawaii becoming part of America, and the church
oh,
was heavy in the storyline.
yeah,
Also, Max von Sydow did a similar movie, same,
yeah,
subject matter, heavy on the Christianity.
yeah. Well, those are based historical events. I'm talking more stuff like, more fiction stuff, like I'm sure trying to think of an old Christian movie that's not wasn't well. Then again, movies that at that time weren't quite as good as they are nowadays. But even back then, it was not. I guess I'm saying the quality of Christian movies and script writing has gone up. Hello, Tank. How are you?
Hey, Rick. Hey, George. How you guys doing?
Greetings.
Good.
So how are you all doing on this wonderful Mother's Day?
Good.
Good, good,
Just
good.
and then get talking a little bit about Christian flicks because of my comic books, old stuff versus new stuff, or at least like I said, the stuff from the 70s was. At least now, 90% of it is a lot more tolerable.
Oh,
I'd say. I don't know how much Christian movies you've watched or whatever.
Well, there's a few by T.J. Jakes. Where Chris Makepeace did a couple too. Fire something. And
Yeah.
what's his name? The black fellow that did Medea's Christmas and all that stuff. Medea movies.
Okay, I'm not sure off offhand.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. That's him.
Uh-huh. Okay, Evan's saying I can't get the dumb paint bucket to work. Okay, I'm not sure what that's about. And hello, Humphrey Bear. I forgot to say hello. I saw you in the chat earlier, and Evan says, Tank, fix my computer.
Abracadabra. Did it work?
Tried and true.
I should put those off to the side, not on. I've got my mirror that I did this week up for sale for $25 for starting bid. Not that we usually get beyond the starting bid.
Well, it's a very nice picture. Yeah, I saw that one on your Instagram. If y'all don't know, Rick's Instagram is a happening place. He puts up pictures like, dude, there's a nice gallery to look at.
Actually, I haven't put this one up yet.
Oh, you haven't?
I haven't scanned it. No.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, okay.
I just did that this week. I did the. I got a whole bunch. I'm trying to catch up. It's been a couple months since I put up anything on Instagram, so I'm slowly putting up stuff. I snagged. Where is it? Where did I put it? I snagged this portable keyboard for my tablet because it's got a USB in it. So instead of having to type on the USB, I could just use a keyboard to type.
Wait a minute. Are you saying your keyboard actually talks to you?
I wish. But no, to type in, for Instagram, for the description of the pic and all that stuff.
I was gonna say, do other people hear it when your keyboard talks to you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they think it's
it's at that point in time you have to actually just push the computer away and walk away very carefully. Do not turn your back on it, and find the nearest water hose.
Yeah, seriously, like a weeping angel from Doctor Who, dude. Do not blink.
That's right. Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
So if everybody out there, we're going down in watches, but if everybody can out there can hit the, well, I think everybody's hit the like button since we're at 12, which is good. But if everybody could share this out, and hopefully we can get up to 10. Do you got any stuff to share you know?
No, I don't. I have a rather kind of like strict disciplinary policy that if previous orders haven't gone out yet, I don't sell anything until I get those out.
Yeah.
And I unfortunately ran out of time because the envelopes that I ordered off the internet were not what they were advertised. They were supposed to be these really cool waterproof envelopes, and they turned out to be like just garbage. They were trash. I got ripped. But so you know, I just I made I made my own packages. Frustrated with trying to buy packaging that was sufficiently tough enough. You know, with the postal services and the delivery services delivering my packages in very poor condition. Like the only reason my stuff is surviving is because the internal packaging was good. So yeah, and but to compensate those who I am late on delivering the stuff to, I've included plenty of goodies. Plenty of goodies. Hopefully I have buttered your toast enough to forgive me for being late.
Are you trying to bribe your way to goodwill from your customers?
Yeah, I do.
Sir,
Shamelessly.
that deserves a cheers. Cheers.
Why, thank you. You know, it's like, hey, look, if I'm gonna be late with the project, then I'm gonna pay a little interest on it. You know what I mean?
That's not bad.
And that incentivizes me by having my own personal company policy of that. That incentivizes me to get off my duff and make sure this stuff gets done right and gets done on time. So, you know, built-in accountability.
Wow. Yeah, fancy that. Guilt, empathy, what do you call it? Commitment, responsibility. Wow, all those fancy words that the left-wing nutjobs don't even understand. Interesting.
No, which makes me kind of like, you know, a white buffalo, considering I am pretty left-leaning. You know?
You are not.
I am, oddly enough. But I'm less socialist, but more liberal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But I'm not a big fan of socialism, but I think, you know, a little bit of isms here and there are good. I don't think that the isms are a wise philosophy, any ism.
It's working well in Canada that we have a little bit of each, a little bit of socialism, a little bit of capitalism, and it's working just fine.
Yeah, just common sense and good math. You know, remember your economics 101 through 301, you know?
Yeah.
And when you're applying policy, things should actually rather work out good. We are on the precipice of a golden age, if not already in one. You know what I mean? Like, we have the society has more purchasing power now than it has ever had in history. It's awesome.
Well, that's in part that the American economy is doing so well. We're living off of the what do you call it, the trickle down economics off of the American economy. America does well, we do well.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like,
we've done good before too. I know there was one time that our dollar was worth more, so we were really doing good then.
Incentivizing the wealthy, the people who make lots of money, to not hoard that money by, putting that marginal tax on them, right? And incentivizing the heck out of them, give them great. This is why capital gains is so much lower than income, right? Because when those people go and take that money and put it back into the market, go back into building businesses, and when they're investing and all this other stuff, dude, that's the reason why we have such a large economy, is because, there's a lot of these people that invest, they're like, they're small capital ventures, venture capitalists,
Yep.
$50,000 or less. All you have to do to get these people's money is have a really good prospectus, and they'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll take 30% of your company's net.
Yeah.
You want these big companies to make money, because if they make money, then they go and they invest it back into their business, or they open new businesses, new franchises and stuff like that.
We like big companies, but we don't like overbearing companies where there's not enough market diversity. When we talk about diversity, we want market diversity. We want 1,000 different brand names out there, 1,000 different products, because that way you have the best competition. It's evolutionarily speaking, it's just kind of smart.
Yeah.
You want the most competition you can get.
Well, what I mean is the guy that owns the McDonald's. You want him to make money. That way, maybe he'll go and open another McDonald's. And the guy that owns a Burger King, maybe as long as he's making money, maybe he'll go open another Burger King. Which means more jobs.
Well,
more money in the economy.
Yeah,
I'm just using that as a basic.
Small businesses generally pay their employees better.
Yeah, true.
Big companies, you get a big person there in charge, and that person thinks they're entitled to a lot of money, and it's like, man, you look at, like, if somebody just went and applied, like, I don't know, like here in the U.S. and in a lot of states before minimum wage laws, a lot of states had profit share laws. And big companies lobbied against these profit share laws in favor of a minimum wage, in the guise of helping people out. When in fact, we should have just pushed that profit share law, so that way everybody gets their fair shake. A company does good, hey, look, you got a winter bonus. A company does poorly, oh, dude, there's layoffs, just like in real normal life.
Yeah.
So not just like, oh, the company does well, we're going to hire a minuscule amount of workers and, show off our record profits to our stockholders because their stock is worth more. That's great. Good. We won't even talk on that, though. Stocks. Yeah. Ridiculous. A company doesn't have to make profit in order for the stockholders to make money. Twitter, Amazon, Facebook. Their stockholders make tons of money. Those are not profitable companies, not a single one of them. They lose money every year. But like NASA, they're developing the future, so they're worth investing in if you got that kind of capital. But so are the little people, man. You got crazy ideas all over the place. This is why I like indie comics, for sure. Because, dude, the Canadaverse. Oh, this is way cool. I love this. I love this idea. You got it all laid out. I can't wait till you hit the development phase or the production phase,
Yeah. Neither can I.
We get Mighty Joe, man. It's like way cool. I love this stuff. And we get a lot of stuff you'd never get from the mainstream because, I don't know, it's kind of like they got their hands tied. They have to kind of stick to certain paradigms. So you don't get really cool characters like Hero, Blood of the Patriots, or Dave Cook's Killtopia from. You won't see those coming from Marvel or DC, not even from like Vertigo or Dark Horse.
Like, that's a crazy thing. Back in the 80s, we got what? Flaming Carrots.
Oh yeah.
What is it? Steve Rude's, and was it assassin guy? I forgot his name. That's oh, good God,
Was it?
it's not coming to. We had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We had Flaming Carrot. We had Too Much Coffee Man.
Yes.
Cerebus was still running the marathon. It's like the '80s all over again.
It is. We were seeing that explosion that started in like the late 70s with the advent of 2000 AD and Heavy Metal magazine that
That's
just
right.
kind of spilled out into comics. And we got awesome companies like Eclipse and Malibu and Dark Horse and Valiant. And some of these companies are still around and they're kicking strong. They're still putting out decent numbers, even though their numbers are low. But they're still sustainable numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
And I love it, the variety of content.
I mean, what was it? Steve Rude. Steve Rude's. Oh, jeez. Not come to me. Well, we also got Tyrant by with Bissett, ElfQuest.
Yeah. By Wendy Peeney. All cosplayers should bow down before her. She's the one who got that ball rolling.
That's right. But but look at it. I mean, how many books? Radical Radioactive Hamsters.
Right. Yeah. Faust, okay. Evil Ernie, Lady Death.
Yeah. The Crow.
Yeah. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Yep. And so back in the '80s, what do you got? Maybe 20 projects across the 10 years that were independent.
Yeah.
Well, here at Comicsgate, I mean, he got 20 launching at any one time, and the list is growing.
And it's a wonderful, healthy, competitive environment. I mean, yeah, I feel bad for people who don't get that funding, but I see it as that in this environment, unlike other comic environments that I've seen before, they actually have an opportunity to grow. Like professionals, people with decades. I mean, they have, like, if you counted up like just the people in their immediate environment, like at random, you'd have like over 100 years of experience surrounding any one of these up and coming creators.
Oh yeah, and you know what? The thing about not being able to fund, there is a simple method to actually figure out your campaign logistically, and you would be able to figure out just what numbers you should be hitting at, and what's the secret sauce to that is being persistent. Just market yourself. Get up.
Yeah,
don't stop talking.
Build up your brand. Okay, if you fail once, wait a few months or a little bit more than a few months and build up your brand some more. Get more people that know about you.
Well, it's not just build up your brand. It's sometimes, like with some of these comics, they need to take that comic and they need to remaster it. Before they go and remaster it, they need to spend like a couple of months drawing, at least 10 pictures a day of practicing, start with the fundamentals, get down to the specifics, but work most often than not. Campaigns that fail because I'm not disparaging anybody, but because there's a lack of foundational work, that Manny and I always emphasize on. And that foundational work, like you look at Ryan Cardinal's Caius, dude, you can see just in those pictures how much foundational work went into it because, the perspective and the form and everything lines up. It looks right. It's stylized, but it still fits the dimensions. It still fits within the three-dimensional universe. However, that works. And that, so that's, and that's the boring part of drawing the pictures. The fun part's adding all the detail.
Yes, that's right. Absolutely.
Evan says Tank overestimates the number of hours in a day.
Oh yeah, and get down to drawing them
Oh.
fast. Like, block those shapes out. Like, I tell people, I'm like, look, dude, like, get a paintbrush. Like, get yourself a 1-inch paintbrush and just go to town on some copy paper, and just block in big shapes. Block in your shadows. Just try to make a picture with nothing but shadows. No lines. No lines defining the lit side or anything of the sort. Just block in your shadows. And yeah, it's gonna look like garbage, and you're gonna want to feel like you're disheartened or something of the sort. But don't, because this is the dirty practice work. Because once you get done doing that, go back, pick up your pencil, and start drawing again, and you're gonna find that you're like, oh wow, I can see it better now.
True.
And you can
Yeah.
actually
for
like
sure.
just see the big chunks. But yeah, so I want us all to succeed. You know, like
Yeah.
we have comic book fandom is under 500,000 active consumers. That is it. There are more than 3 million Gen Xers. Gen Xers and not Gen Xers out there, not even millennials, Gen Xers that are disaffected comic fans. They're not reading anymore.
Oh yeah. They're tired of being told, what to do. It's like, entertain me. I'm not going to pay you to preach to me.
They want to be entertained.
Yeah.
They're more mature now. They want more quality content. You'll often find that these people are like, they'll talk about the writers that are actually like legit writer. I don't mean it, once again, not disparaging anybody, but comics are comics, and they are often clown shoes, and we like those clown shoes. But in the world of serious literature, there are very few comic book writers that are legit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like Chris
sure.
Claremont and he's one of the big ones that I like to refer to, because that was my introduction to Marvel until I read his run on X-Men. Dude, I was DC and independent comics.
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that, because the majority of the scripting out of that run of the X-Men was done by John Byrne. Claremont just came in and did the standard polish.
Yeah, and that's another great writer right there. That's one of those guys who's like he's a perfect threat. John Byrne, because he can do it all.
Yeah, and when he gets on a project, the editor doesn't tell him what to do. He tells the editor what to do.
Yeah.
And if they're smart, they'll just sit back and say, "Yes, sir. Just make magic."
Oh yeah. Well, and that's another thing too that like with Skunk Girl, that coming from Good Doc Press, man, he's working on it. He's gonna have a beta readers group. He's got an alpha readers group. He's got a copy editor. He's got an art editor. So he's got 2 layers, and that's like pro level, by the way, folks. That's like what big companies do. And not like, I'm not talking like Marvel or any of these comic book companies that are putting out terrible products. I'm talking the game companies that are putting out good products. This is what they do to ensure a quality product. They have their editing staff and they have their testing staff. And novels do this. Big publishing houses will do this as well. They'll have their alpha and beta reader groups. Usually the alpha reader is the editorial staff, and the beta reader group is a select bunch of people that get to read stuff before it comes out, and they give their opinion, usually part of like editors associations and stuff. Groups of editors just chime in, give their opinion, stuff like that. But that helps develop, the product, because it's a lump of clay. Once you have your idea, yeah, it's vaguely the shape, but then you got to get in, and sometimes there are people that just have better tools or better skills at doing some of the details than you are.
That's
So just a reminder for anybody out there, this is up for sale for $25, this mirror. If anybody wants to get in on the action, we've got 8 people in. I'm thinking if we got nothing going on in 5 minutes, I might end the stream because it's supposed to be an auction and we've been going for have been going for an hour and no bids on anything. So
Well, it is Mother's Day. Everybody's probably out there spending time with
yeah,
their mama.
yeah, yeah. I knew it might be a bad day to do it, but I figured I'd come on. I'd already put out that I was going to be on at a few places, so come on. What happens, happens, right? And
Yeah, oh
Test
yeah.
Monkey says he uses Rick's time machine. I think that was back when I forget, what's that do with Test Monkey? Oh, maybe for the number of hours in the day.
Well, hey guys, I gotta go. Speaking of Mother's Day, I gotta finish the spring cleaning that I'm doing for the honey that I love so much.
well.
Okay, well, thank you. Well, I shouldn't say thank you.
Well, yeah,
Your wife will
thank you
say thank
for
you.
very much having me. I do
Yeah,
appreciate it,
thank you
man.
for coming on.
And yeah, let's keep making awesome stuff. Let's bring us into the platinum age of comics. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Yeah.
This is gonna be a new age of artisanal comics, handcrafted with care, like never seen before. All right, y'all have yourselves a wonderful one.
You
Ciao.
too. Yeah.
Okay, later, Tank. Have a great night. Anybody going to bid on this wonderful mirror? Or we could, we do have Alita Battle Angel. We have Diesel, my character, bad guy. And of course we have Hyperion.
Ooh.
All going for $25 each.
Now, what's the shipping? What do you put it in a special?
I just pay the shipping myself out of the 25. It's 25 US. I'm doing the US dollars, for every. Make it simple, because most people that are on the show
The great equalizer.
are US, so I figure maybe. And usually something like, hey Gary is in the chat.
Gary Shipment.
If you want to come on for a couple minutes, Gary, feel free. But more importantly, share it out. And the link should be on Twitter in the one group. So for the art, I think I put you in the artist alley auction, Sunday night auction. Not that we're doing much. We're talking about trying to sell. Yeah, but since most of the people on here are selling, in the States, I just say everything is US dollars. I personally don't, charge for shipping, most people don't here, but, if somebody wants to charge for shipping, they can't. They just gotta let the people know. Scott says he's drawing a Hulk at the moment. Cool. And these were all drawn live on my show this week, actually. And how are you, if you're not coming in, how are you doing anyways, Gary? It's good to see you in the chat, for sure. Oh, we are up at 9. Cool. He's probably sharing it out, so.
So tell me about. Okay, so you told me about your character.
Yeah.
When did you design him? How long has this been in the process?
25 years, approximately.
That's a lot.
I started working on doing my own comic stuff. I had the idea like 30 years ago, and I started working on stuff. I had the name the Canadian Shield probably around then, but what I really changed his look from what I had originally intended. When I originally came up with the idea, he was going to be like almost biker type, a big fat biker type guy on a like Harley traveling around the country with more a slightly different look for the suit, obviously. But then I changed direction and came up with that. You can see better. Although most people here already know what the Canadian Shield looks like.
I saw an illustration that John Dillard drew.
Yeah.
That was pretty ripped.
Yeah. He's got a Hulk physique, if you will. He's, as I described it, he's not quite as veiny as John made him in that, but he is supposed to be really big. He's like 8 foot tall. For the most part, his look is what you just look at him and you're supposed to be intimidated, but he's like more. He only gets mean as if he has to. Most of the time, he's a gentle giant, as they say, or might say. Well, it doesn't. Hyperion is saying Scott saying my Hyperion was veiny. Gary said hello to Evan. Well, it's like we finally hit the 10 mark for people. I guess I'll give it like maybe 7 more minutes. If anybody wants to buy any of these are starting at $25. It's basically 11 by 17. I will get rid of the top stuff there. I pay the shipping. It's $25 US. That was Hyperion. That's my character Diesel. He is a villain. He first appears in the Flame. I'm not sure what number. This is Alita Battle Angel. And of course, Mirror. So if anybody wants to get in on one of these, were you going to be selling any of those ones that you were showing earlier, George?
Sure. Sure, I'll scroll through it if anybody wants to take that one.
And you set your price,
Okay, sure. Yeah, tell them about these illustrations. You used the Copic markers, and what else? What kind of paper is it? What's the thickness of the paper?
For this stuff? I think it's 160 GSM.
Oh, very nice. I like that. I like that brand very much. In fact, the last of my sheets have gone out from that company.
Yeah, same. I've got like about 10 sheets left myself. Unfortunately, the dollar store's not selling them anymore.
Darn it. Those cheap buggers.
So I've actually had to upgrade my paper. Um, actually, I had to upgrade to just pencil. Yeah, there's what I'm. Once I run out of that, there's the stuff I'll be doing on my for my.
It's. I'm assuming this paper has a nice texture to it.
Yeah, there's meeting shield I did on it. I did a Ronin the other day. Well, a couple weeks ago. Won the Gary Shipman Art Challenge. So yeah, it's well, I've got 9 by 12, 12 by 18, and one in the middle, and it's 140 pound cold press durable surface. So I'm not sure whether I'll use the 9 by 12 or the one in the middle, but only 30 sheets, so a little bit more expensive. These are like 10, $15 a piece. So compared
Yeah,
to the $4, compared to the $10 or the $4 for the what was it, 30 sheets? Yeah, 30 sheets. But gotta be in, gotta pay the piper. Unfortunately, not too many people seem to be wanting to pay the piper right now.
that's. Let's see. What's it? 8 people watching. 9.
Yeah,
9 people watching.
yeah.
Well, it's any takers. Any takers. On. Oh, can you move the? Yeah. So we can see.
Mira.
Any takers on Mira?
Actually, I've got to scan this in too. Put it in for Gary's Art Challenge for this week. He hasn't done it this week, I don't think. When are you doing your? If you're still here, Gary, in the chat, when are you doing the art challenge? You doing it tonight or tomorrow?
Give it a minute. Here goes. Soon. Oh, I see. I see. Gary's giving us an answer of soon, a nondescript word where, you just rest your elbows on the table and you tap your fingers. Say soon.
In other words, he might be thinking of doing it as soon as I'm done or something like that. Well, that could mean tonight. Yeah, and he's also an hour behind me, so it's only like 7 o'clock, or just after 7 where he is.
Yeah, Gary's always behind, Soonish.
But that could also be tomorrow too. Soon is in the eye of the beholder for how long that means. Okay, well, it is 9 after, basically 10 after here, so I think I'm going to end since nothing is coming of this. You want to promote yourself there, George?
Let's where's it? Give me a sec. Go up here, and here's 4 pieces that I put up on Twitter. Is anyone interested in any of these pieces?
Anybody interested in Supergirl? Let me.
Each of these are 9 by 11.5, acid-free paper, pen only.
I'm not sure who won last week, Gary. I had went out of your stream to start this last week by that point, so
Wait a minute, Gary, you don't know who won your art challenge last week?
what are you thinking for those? You never said
Oh,
the price.
$25 to ship. I have to pack it up really nice, and
So $25 US plus shipping, or just with that includes shipping?
no, $25 is the shipping, anywhere in the world. Boxed up, or what do you call it? It's not in an envelope where it would bend. It's in an actual box.
Oh, okay.
Sealed, airtight sealed. So if the box gets wet, the artwork won't. And anything above $25. If you want all of them, you can say $25 each, $100 plus $25 for shipping, so $125 for the whole bunch. It's a good steal right there. That would make it what, $30 each?
Yeah, something like that around there.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's a good deal for anybody.
So for one, you're wanting to start the bid at $25, and they got to tack on an extra 25 for shipping.
That's right.
Pardon? That's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's incredible shipping.
Oh yeah, I shipped a package to California a couple of days ago, and right now it's on its way. It should be there in about 8 days, and it was packaged up really nice. I mean, airtight seal, padded corners inside that held the artwork. Just a beautiful. I mean, I was so in love with the way I packaged it up. I didn't even want to send it in the mail. It was so perfect.
Gary says, "I know it was not me." Yeah, that'd be funny. Gary winning his own contest, especially when he's not on the thing.
You know, I suspect Gary's going in under a bunch of other names, to beef up the contest.
It does not look like we have any buyers in the chat tonight.
Oh, that's okay.
Unfortunately. But do you want to promote your YouTube or your Indiegogo or anything like that?
The Indiegogo campaign, Joe King, $40 free shipping, $40. That one price, $40. You get a 96-page full-color graphic novel, and the shipping is included worldwide. It's a fun humor book, all ages. Joe and his buddies have to prevent the extinction of the dinosaurs to save the universe.
Sounds nifty.
And
yeah, I just seen a thing on that comic cover today, the Superman one by NerdSync.
Yeah.
They did a whole thing on that comic cover with Superman and the crashing of the car and all that.
They did?
Yeah, he did. I'm not sure whether you've heard of NerdSync or not.
Oh, and did they? And they feature different covers of crashing the car.
Yeah, well, no, like he goes into like some of the history and all that and the
Yeah,
times
yeah,
and
yeah.
about what it, maybe possible symbolisms of what it might have meant or whatever.
Oh, very nice. Yes, it was a time of the depression. The recovery was coming. They
Yeah,
Yeah, there was a lot of symbolism in the first book, a lot of symbolism.
yeah,
So the Joe King project, you can get the 96-page graphic novel, or you can get there's other perks. You can get the oversized 13 by 19 hardcover, 96-page graphic novel. You can get 18 trading cards, one of which is an original sketch. And of course, the original art, which I showed off at the beginning of the stream.
cool, very cool. How much is that tier, or how much are those tiers?
The $40 is just the book.
Yeah,
I think it's the $75 is the book, one trading card, and one original sketch. The $150 one, you get the 96-page book. You get all 18 trading cards plus the original sketch card, and you get 5 original full-page sketches. And then the $500 tier, you get 2 of the 96-page books, the standard books. You get the oversized book. You get, of course, all the trading cards, and you get 5 original sketches. I'm doing it out of memory, but I
yeah.
think that's about
But
what.
they can easily go over to Indiegogo, look up Joe King, and check it out for themselves.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, it's a very simple search feature. There's no, it's a very simple name, Joe King.
Yeah, easy name to remember.
Yes.
Okay, and well, as you all know, I'm Rick Piper here, Cross Comics. You can catch me here Monday through Friday doing a sketch or whatever. Um, not sure what else to say. I guess that's about it. Remember to check out my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that wonderful, lovely stuff. And we'll see you all later. And thank you for stopping by and watching tonight.